Hey Matt, this is Kate Bortinsky, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what's in it for her? Well, the answer is simple. Oftentimes, most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how to improve their online marketing strategy. But here's the reality. Your online presence changes every single day. Your competitors are making moves, Google's updating its algorithms, customer behavior is shifting, and in all that noise, there are real opportunities that you simply don't have time to hunt down. Things that can bring you more customers this month. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly where you stand against your top competitors right now. You might discover that you're dominating in ways you never expected, or you might uncover blind spots that are quietly sending customers straight to your competition. Either way, you'll know the truth about where your business really stands online, and that's information you can't afford to guess on. That's exactly why I put this together for you. I found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to improve their business for free has resulted in some of those local business owners coming back saying, Kate, I see the value here. This is exactly what I needed. Can you just implement this for me, please? So if by the end of this video, you've liked what you've seen and you're thinking, yeah, this information could really move the needle for my business, shoot me a message and we can have a deeper conversation. Or, if at the end of this video, you simply want to take this free attack plan that I give you and do it yourself, that works for me too. No harm, no foul. So now, let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So let's dive into the first thing that I want to go over, which is content. What is content? Content is how Google knows what you do and who you do it for. Content is the information highlighted on your website that Google is sending back to their algorithms. There's also content that you can't read that's embedded in your images, but Google is able to read this content. So if you right-click on any of your images and hit Save As, you can rename this file to include relevant keywords. Optimizing this text helps Google better understand your content. So when we don't have enough content, and specifically keyword-rich content that your customers are searching for, how would Google know to show your business for that search term? So we have found that most sites ranking in the top spots on Google have a minimum of 1,500 to 2,200 words on their website, and they're using the right keywords throughout their content. So I went ahead and ran your site through a word counter, and right now you're sitting at 850 words. I also checked out one of your competitors, AutoShade, and they have 729 words on their homepage. Even though they have less words, they're using more keyword-rich content than you are, and that's helping them capture more visibility and clicks in the first place on Google. So when we talk about content, this also encompasses your keywords that Google recognizes you for. So this is a tool I use called Ahrefs. Anyone can use it. I pay a few $100 a month for it. Essentially, it gives me behind-the-scenes insights of your competition and shows the keywords that they are ranking for that attract your customers. This helps me pinpoint the keywords that you should be targeting as well. So when I ran a quick scan on AutoShade, and if I click on their keywords, we can see here that they're being found for 9 keywords. They're being found for some branding like AutoShade and AutoShade's window tinting. And then they're also being found for window tinting Grand Rapids, and they're sitting in first position, getting 40 searches a month. So when we go back to your site, you're being found for 1 keyword, window tinting Grand Rapids, and you're sitting in the 34th position. So when potential customers are searching for your services, your business isn't showing up in the top of the search results. So the first thing that you need to do to beat your competition online is incorporate more keyword-rich content onto your homepage to help Google better understand what you do. That's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable when you do it the right way. So now let's go to Google. And here I've searched window tinting Grand Rapids. And on Google, you'll see first usually the sponsored ads section. In Google Ads, they can be a great option to generate some quick leads and get you to the top of Google, but they can also be a gamble. Some people use ad blockers so they won't see your ads. And other people, they skip right past the ads section and go straight to the maps or organic sections. So they won't work for everyone, but again, they could be great options when you have a solid foundation online. So moving to the second thing that I want to cover with you today, that's citations. You're probably thinking, what's a citation and why do they matter? That's a great question. So as you can see here in the Google Maps section, or what we refer to as the map pack, you can see a business's name, address, and phone number, and that's known as your NAP. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So a citation is your name, address, and phone number listed on places like Yelp, the BBB, Yellow Pages, Facebook, and a couple hundred other directories. So now you might be asking, hey Kate, how do I rank in maps? So let me explain the number one thing that you can do today to push your business up the map pack. Generally speaking, most companies in the number one spot on Google have around 150 citations. So when you have more citations than your competitors, you gain more trust from Google than they do, which pushes you above them in the map pack. So now you might be thinking, great, how do I do that? So it's really simple. I use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that will tell me exactly what directories your competition is listed on, and from there I'll literally go down the list and get you on the same ones. But I don't stop there, because we don't want to just match them, we want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 150 citations, we want to match them and then add 100 to 200 more so that it takes them a long time to catch back up. So if you spend some time getting yourself more citations than these top businesses in the map pack, you can take over the top spot, and that would generate more business for you. So now, let's talk about the third and final key thing that I want to cover with you today. Link juice, also referred to as backlinks. This third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So again, we're here searching window tinting Grand Rapids, and when we scroll down past the map pack, you can see that your site isn't at the top of Google. The top business on Google gets about 39% of the clicks, while the second spot only gets 18%, and the third spot sees about 13% of that traffic. So the top spot is where you want to be, and to get there, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to your backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. Kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, this gives site B authority. It's kind of like a popularity contest, and the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link is. So let me give you an example. If you get a local blog or industry-related site, such as one of your suppliers like maybe 3M or Expel, linking back to you, that's a great backlink. But if you're a window tinting company and you get a backlink from, say, MDRD linking back to you, that's not so great because you don't sell any food. So let's go back to Ahrefs, and we're going to click into your overview. We can see that you have 32 backlinks. When I click in and filter out the spam links, we can see that you're sitting at 5 good backlinks. So when we go over to AutoShade, we're going to see that they have 74 backlinks. And of these, 55 are good links. So these links are from stronger, more relevant sources. And now, not all backlinks are created equal. By adding even just one good relevant backlink, it can be worth more authority to Google than over 100 irrelevant backlinks. So how do you get more backlinks? Well, with Ahrefs, we can see exactly which sites are linking to them, and we can go get those same links for your business. Getting you to the top of Google isn't magic, it's a method, and I've shown you this method today. So in closing, here's what I want you to understand. Your competitors aren't dominating Google because they're marketing geniuses. In fact, what I've shown you proves that they're leaving the door wide open. So let me break down exactly where they're vulnerable. First, content. You've got more words than your number one competitor, but they're not optimized. So if you have at least 1,500 words of keyword-rich content on your homepage, you'll have both quantity and quality to blow them out of the water. They won't stand a chance. Second, citations. This is where the real opportunity is. You need to have at least 100 to 200 more citations than your nearest competitor to beat them by a landslide. And here's what most businesses don't realize. Your competitors are likely sitting with just enough to show up, but nowhere near enough to lock you out. Closing that gap with those extra 100 to 200 citations, you don't just compete, you dominate. And third, link juice. They don't have enough relevant, authoritative sites pointing to their website. Google does see that they have several good backlinks, but really it's only a handful of links that we can go get ourselves and build a solid backlink foundation so that Google sees us as the clear leader. The bottom line, your competitors have handed you a blueprint for how to beat them, and they're just doing enough to get by, but not enough to keep you out. So if you implement these strategies today with a solid foundation, you can be number one across Google while they're still wondering what happened. So what now? Well, you can either take this information that I've shared with you today and run with it on your own. Again, I'm totally cool with that. No harm, no foul. Just send me a quick note that you watched this video and your thoughts on it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. However, if you're looking to partner with an industry expert that can generate quality, keyword-rich content, get you more citations than your competitors, and dominate the backlink game, then give me a call at 810-358-5645, and we can have a deeper conversation. Once again, this is Kate Bortinsky, and my phone number is 810-358-5645. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day.